Head World Team member Ellis Coleman. Last day of Colorado Springs World Team Training Camp. How things going with your preparation, man? I know it's been a long summer, but it's coming up soon.
Yeah, we had probably had about 3 or 4 camps. Starting off right now, we had the Oregon camp, we had camp in Vegas, and then Germany, and then now there's camping in one more in Tata. I came off the mat following the Vegas camp. I banged my knee up a little bit, my MCL, so I was recovering. And then this camp, you know, just taking things a little slow and lightly, just so I can be able to go into Worlds 100%. So, you know, I've had a lot of injuries and a lot of issues going into a lot of competitions like this, and throughout the years that I've been wrestling. So I just want to train smarter and not harder, you know, this time around.
So back when you were on the Olympic team, you were the young guy.
Yeah.
New man in town. I mean, you know, everyone knew that you were very talented with all your junior achievements and flying squirrel and all that. But with this team, you're one of the veterans, man. I mean, how's it feel to be in a position where maybe you could make an impact on the young guys on your team?
It's good. You know, being in the military and all, being a soldier, you know, I pride myself on leadership and my leadership ability. And it's the same thing with that team. You know, we had a bunch of different guys, younger guys coming in or new guys coming in all the time. And so I pride myself on that. And Byers and Coach Lewis pushed me, you know, to be a leader and be able to bring everybody's level up and bring everybody, you know, up to speed, you know, whether it's practice, competition, or, you know, whether it's military stuff that we have to take care of. You know, so I kind of, you know, carry that with me to the world team, and all the younger guys and all the guys that seen me wrestling for a long time know me, and then they know what I'm capable of, and you know, I want them to be able to push themselves to those limits, and I want them to make the same mistakes that I've made, and at the same time, you know, the good things that I've done, you know, I want them to take out of that and be able to make themselves a better athlete than I was, and than I am.
And you're committed, obviously, to seeing the overall program do better. Is this group capable of some great things in Hungary? Most
definitely. In particular, this group, it's not one of those groups, you know, that you see on paper and you just handpick everybody, you know, going into trials, picking these guys to be on the world team. You have 2 returning world team members, me and Tracy, and you know, like a bunch of guys came out and won big matches, and I think, personally, I think World Championships isn't about the big names or, you know, those guys that, you know, everybody's talking about, looking forward to seeing. It's those guys that have put together one good tournament, you know, Olympic Games, World Championships, you know, whatever the competition is, all you need is one good tournament. 4 to 5 good matches, or 4 to 5 matches that you can win, find a way to win, regardless of the situation, regardless of what happens. And so we have guys like that on this team. There are a bunch of guys that weren't supposed to win on paper, and they won a big tournament, you know. So I mean, all they have to do is do the same thing at the World Championships, and you know, there's no telling what we're going to end up with. And you know, every once in a while, every here and then, you hear all these guys, these specific guys actually that are on the team throughout the year doing really well in big tournaments. You know, like Jesse at Denmark, we got Dalton in Germany, you know, and then we have Tracy beat the Olympic champ in Poland and winning, you know. So like, that's the thing. That's what's so unique about this team in particular. I think, you know, we have guys that can win big matches and big tournaments out of the blue, you know. And the World Championships is one of those tournaments, you know, you don't know who's going to come up to speed, and you know, who's going to come there hurt, who's going to come there mentally, you know, not the same. And even the best wrestlers, you know, have their mental, you know, faults, and it's tough, you know. So we have those guys that come in there and they put it together for those 4 or 5 matches, and it's going to be exciting to see how we do, how it pans out this year.
So what's a healthy and motivated and prepared Ellis Coleman look like against the rest of his weight class? I mean,
a healthy Ellis Coleman,
yeah,
it looks real good. Actually, I mean, there's nothing, you know, that I don't think I can do myself when I'm 100% healthy. And even not being healthy, you know, I've been able to push myself and do things that I didn't think I can do, and things that people, you know, thought were unbelievable. So, you know, being healthy is like, that's huge. And so I see myself, and you know, the sky's the limit if I'm healthy.
So, you know, talk about your support group. I mean, you did mention the military, but I mean, that does play a huge factor in your success, and clearly you have had teammates, coaches, others that have made a difference. Who are the key people to make Ellis Coleman the world champion this year?
Key people that make me the world champion this year?
Besides yourself. Right.
First and foremost, God, you know, I always got to give the man above all the credit. My family, you know, my 2 daughters. I have a 3-year-old and a 3-month-old daughter. Eliara is my 3-month-old, and Arielle's my 3-year-old daughter. My wife, Adai, She used to wrestle. She's a Cuban wrestler. My mother, you know. And then Coach Lewis, he's been a big push on me these past couple of years, like when I've been struggling mentally and you know, just not being healthy a lot. I mean, being unhealthy a lot and being injured a lot, it hurts, you know, and it can take a toll on you mentally and what you think, you know, about yourself and what you think as far as your career, you know. And Coach Lewis has been there every step of the way to push me and tell me the right things and get me to get back on my feet and get that old mindset back to get gritty and get in there and get dirty. And so I owe Coach Lewis my life pretty much. I mean, he does everything for me, whether it's on the mat or off the mat with my family, and he's always there for me. And then Mike Powell, you know, that's my dad, my father away from home. You know, he raised me and did everything for me since I was a youngin'. So.
Well, that's awesome. That's true. You come from some really good roots back in Illinois, don't you, man?
Yep.
So, going to the World Championships, you know, Ellis Coleman, when he's wrestling really well, is popping some big throws and is really making matches exciting and pushing his opponent to where they break. You feel comfortable that when it comes time in October, that'll be the way you'll be able to step up there and make the most of everything?
100%, you know, God willing. You know, the best thing I can do right now is keep myself in shape, keep myself 100% healthy, you know, and get myself prime ready for the World Championships. And so when that time comes, then I just unleash the beast.
Awesome. Well, did I forget anything, Ellis? I mean, we always enjoy chatting with you, and I know that, you know, when you're out there, people are always paying attention. That shows the kind of Greco you wrestle, right?
Thanks, Gary.
Everything good?
Appreciate it. Yeah, everything's 100% good.
Excellent. Thanks, bud.
Thank you.